Shocked Live. Conservative MP STUNS guest in Facts Check in viral on-air meltdown. In a live broadcast that captured nationwide attention, a conservative MP delivered a fact check so precise it left a guest speechless. Calmly dismantling misleading claims with data and real-life examples, the MP struck a chord with viewers frustrated by the Liberal government under Prime Minister Mark Carney. Social media quickly erupted, with reactions ranging from admiration for the MP's composure to anger at Ottawa's perceived inaction, highlighting a public desire for honesty, accountability, and leaders who speak plainly about real issues. The exchange crystallized the growing sense that the government is disconnected from the struggles of ordinary Canadians. The broadcast also examined Ottawa's broader track record, exposing widespread dissatisfaction with its handling of economic pressures, healthcare challenges, and environmental emergencies. Many citizens feel policies prioritize ideology over practical solutions, leaving families and small businesses to shoulder the burden. The MP passionately defended farmers and working families, highlighting rising costs, regulatory hurdles, and global market uncertainty. Social media lit up with personal stories, from soaring energy bills to rising grocery prices, illustrating the gap between government actions and citizens' lived realities. This disconnect has fueled frustration and calls for a government that listens before legislating, placing people's needs above political optics. A critical focus of the discussion was the 75.8% anti-dumping tariff China imposed on Canadian canola, devastating prairie farmers who rely on exports for their livelihoods. The MP emphasized that, despite repeated appeals, Ottawa has yet to provide meaningful support, even as other sectors received aid. Farmers have staged protests, sent letters to MPs, and spoken publicly about the crisis, highlighting its urgency. Beyond economics, the MP noted the social toll. Stress, anxiety, and uncertainty are widespread in farming communities. The situation underscores the need for immediate and effective government intervention to protect both the economy and the people who sustain it. The role of media in shaping public perception also came under scrutiny. The MP criticized certain outlets for focusing on fear, sensationalism, and divisive narratives instead of reporting on pressing issues like housing shortages, inflation, and rising crime rates. By prioritizing clickbait over substance, the media, he argued, contributes to public confusion and mistrust, leaving citizens ill-equipped to engage meaningfully in political discourse. The MP urged journalists to embrace their responsibility to inform, educate, and contextualize, highlighting that democracy thrives when citizens are well-informed. Viewers echoed these concerns online, expressing frustration over coverage that often prioritizes drama over solutions, showing a widespread appetite for media that reflects reality rather than manufactured panic. Energy policy and environmental issues were another major focus. The MP criticized Ottawa for opposing Saskatchewan's plan to extend coal-fired power plants beyond 2030, warning that sudden shutdowns could raise electricity costs and threaten reliable power for homes, farms, and businesses. He stressed the need for energy security and a pragmatic approach that balances the shift to renewables with existing infrastructure and workforce realities. Abrupt changes, he argued, risk job losses, higher costs, and instability, especially in rural areas where affordable energy is essential. Forest fire management was also raised as a pressing concern. The MP noted that Ottawa's confusing messaging leaves communities uncertain about safety measures. Rather than broad restrictions, he urged the government to equip firefighters with modern tools, sufficient personnel, and coordinated strategies with local authorities. Investments in early detection, community education, and rapid response teams would reduce risks and protect homes, businesses, and natural resources. Greater cooperation between federal, provincial, and municipal levels could create a robust disaster preparedness framework, ensuring Canadians feel secure amid worsening climate-related emergencies. Throughout the broadcast, the MP maintained a calm, authoritative demeanor, presenting clear, fact-based arguments that left the guest visibly flustered and struggling to respond. This poised approach resonated deeply with viewers, who praised the emphasis on truth, clarity, and accountability over political theater. The MP's performance demonstrated that debates rooted in evidence and real-life examples can cut through partisan noise, fostering a level of discourse, often missing in Canadian politics. Social media reactions highlighted public appreciation for transparency and thoughtful reasoning, suggesting a shift toward valuing substance over spectacle in political engagement. The broadcast quickly sparked a national conversation. Canadians from all regions took to social media, with a hashtag #FactsOverFear trending as a symbol of their desire for honest leadership. People shared stories of struggling families, farmers, and small businesses, creating a collective narrative about the real-life consequences of policy decisions. Citizens expressed an eagerness to participate in political discussions and hold leaders accountable, signaling a more engaged and empowered electorate that demands practical, evidence-driven solutions from their representatives. Analysts noted the potential for this moment to influence public opinion and political trends. The conservative emphasis on accountability and evidence-based decision-making resonated with voters increasingly disillusioned with Ottawa's approach. Questions about whether the Liberal government truly listens to constituents have gained traction, and calls for transparency, effective governance, and results-driven policy have grown louder. The MP's fact-checking moment may serve as a catalyst for greater public scrutiny of government actions, highlighting the demand for leaders who prioritize people over politics. As Canada approaches its next federal election, debates about leadership and policy direction are intensifying. The on-air exchange served as a microcosm of broader national discussions, highlighting citizens' desire for a government that listens, responds, and implements tangible solutions. Voters are looking for leaders willing to engage in meaningful dialogue and address diverse regional needs, signaling a potential shift toward governance that is inclusive, responsive, and grounded in reality. This broadcast underscores a growing expectation for politicians to demonstrate competence, empathy, and a clear understanding of how decisions impact everyday Canadians. In conclusion, the Conservative MP's fact-check on live television has become a defining moment in Canadian political discourse. It underscored the importance of informed debate, transparency, and citizen engagement, illustrating that facts and accountability can cut through partisan noise. Canadians are increasingly demanding integrity, honesty, and practical solutions, shaping a political climate where public voices carry weight. This incident may inspire a more engaged electorate, encourage leaders to act responsibly, and foster a political environment rooted in evidence and empathy, ultimately benefiting all Canadians and setting a new standard for leadership in the country.